drinks can build up. Prep Ball Stars Midwest Classic slash Challenge 2024. We went down to Indianapolis to this event that was put on by Prep Ball Stars, Grant and Anthony Leach, father and son team of SVI. This event was very well put together. It was just an overall great experience for me. Like I had been seeing it ever since I, kind of got cool with, well, not even kind of got cool with Grant and Anthony, and they invited me to help put together the team, which I thought I did a pretty decent job. Obviously, with some consultation from last year's person, Levante. He put the team together last year, and unfortunately, last year's team, for whatever reason, they ended up not going. Actually, it ain't even. It's. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
No, I am gonna talk about. I'm not gonna like brush it under the rug. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, Levante had put together a pretty decent team, and they decided at the last minute not to go. I mean, and it just kind of really adds to a lot of the. I guess sneak this in. I don't know really what to call it, but it was unfortunate that they didn't go because the teams from the other states, their top players, they commit to this event, and I mean their top players come, and for whatever reason, Illinois players don't, and that's why when teams beat Illinois teams, they have. It's
confidence.
That it's not just the confidence, because it's definitely the confidence, but they have like that shit talking, whatever. It's kind of like y'all niggas don't show up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want, and Chicago and New York, at one point were the mecca of basketball. They would, before I moved here, it was like neck and neck. If you heard about New York, you heard about Chicago. You heard about Chicago, you heard about New York, and they, there was like a healthy battle of who had the best ballers from the state of New York and the state of Illinois. And so, fast forward all the way down to, last year and the last couple of years, the word is that, Illinois players be ducking. That's the word.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just call a spade a spade. You just call it what it is. I mean, it ain't no knock. I mean, it's a knock on the duck, but it ain't no knock on the people. I mean, it's still good people, but like they don't be showing up to stuff, regardless of what it is. Now, I've heard different reasons on why the Illinois players didn't show up. A very reliable source, told me that, that the event was unfortunately stonewalled. Like, meaning there was some behind the scenes stuff going on where the Illinois players wasn't allowed to go.
That could be a possibility.
I mean, that definitely could be a possibility. Yeah, I definitely know how that go. I definitely know how that go. But regardless of the fact, yesterday, I'm sorry, not yesterday, Saturday, Friday and Saturday, we went down to Illinois. We had a team that consisted of R.J. McKinney, DJ Bolden, Calvin Worsham, Chris Riddle, Malachi Johnson. Who am I missing? Daquan Brown. I said RJ already. I'm missing somebody. Jay Sean Stevens. How the hell can we forget the MVP? We can't forget the MVP. And they went down there and they really showed out. I feel that they really committed to wanting to put on for the state.
Yeah, for sure.
Particularly for sure. Calvin. Calvin was very adamant about wanting to let it be known, like, Illinois is in the building. And then I feel like everybody else picked up on that moxie. Shout out to Chris and Jashawn, those, not to knock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But these are players who easily, at some point, either through their own doing or their circle or even the schools that they are attending, could have been like, you know what? Nah, we would rather y'all not go.
Yeah.
And that would have been that. But they came and they performed at a very high level. Jashawn definitely was a huge catalyst in us winning the very first game. Yeah. That Illinois had ever been in Illinois. This event has been going on for 6 years. Every year, someone has, with the exception of last year,
right.
Someone has taken a team from Illinois down there, and unfortunately, since the inception of the classic, Illinois team has never won. And what that means is they've never won that first game.
Yep, and then won that second game.
They never won that second game, which is the consolation game.
Right.
And they've never won the game, and those guys, they played their asses off, and they were the first team to. And you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
That's a good way to start, man. Second place, shit.
We was playing with house money, really. And shout out to Team Indiana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they had
a squad.
They had a squad. Although KJ Wyndham didn't play in the championship game, he helped catapult them to the championship game, right? But. They had the kid that's going to Kansas, Florida, the 6'10", 6'11" kid. And the young man who was fucking hitting all them threes.
Man, who's that, number one?
Number one. I didn't catch his name.
Go ahead.
I want to go find his name because he and we just followed each other I think just today or yesterday. Is this him? Is it Mike? No, it wasn't Micah Davis, but he definitely played his ass off. He's going to Butler. This young man is going to Butler. And his name is I'm going to find his name. And
I'm about to look up the rosters right now.
If you guys know his name, please tell me it. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find it. He's going to Butler. His name is I can't find it.
I'm looking, don't even trip.
All right, don't trip. Yeah. While he's looking for the name, let's also give big ups to the females that went down there and bust team in. So we walked away with something. What Denzel say? I'm leaving here with something. I'm leaving here with something. Shout out to the Illinois girls. They went down there and whooped Indiana's ass.
His name is Evan Haywood.
Evan Haywood out of Indiana.
Yeah.
All right. He played his ass off. So you definitely got to give a big shout out to Team Indiana. But let me finish bigging up the girls from Indiana.
Let's talk about that.
Let me finish bigging up the girls from Indiana. You had Mama, you had Nari, you had Ari, you had Jazz, Rainey, and then Coach Dana. And it's one person missing out this picture, the other young lady that's missing out this picture. But they went out there and they beat Team Indiana by like 40.
No, bro, it was way more than that.
No, it was like 40.
It was like 50.
Was it 50?
It had my it was more than 50, Joe.
Are you sure?
Positive.
All I know is Mama, of course, did what Mama does. She won MVP.
Yeah, for sure.
Jazz was out there getting busy. Nori was out there getting busy, and Ari was out there getting busy.
Both of them was getting busy.
Yeah, they was getting busy. They beat the break. So we walked out of there with something. Yeah. Shit, like I ain't gonna hold you. The girls whoop Team Indiana ass. So when Tony and Grant see this, matter of fact, I'm gonna hit the group chat. I'm gonna hit the group chat and fuck with them, like, cause the Illinois girls beat the fucking brakes off them girls from Indiana. But in the end,
they're gonna hit us with that though.
They definitely gonna hit us with that because the boys. They got the girls' revenge. They definitely got the girls' revenge. Yeah. It was a good event, man. And shout out to our guy Rio.
Shout out to Rio.
Rio got some great pictures. He putting together a little documentary. Not even like a little documentary. Nah, it's not even little.
About what we doing.
Nah, it ain't nothing little about what we doing. Rio putting together a documentary that he gonna put that together. We gonna put that out. We need y'all to check that joint out, man. It's some good pictures. It's some good video. It's an opportunity to see everything, pretty much everything from start to finish. Got an opportunity to see, and shout out to the Denard bros, Eddie and Aubrey Denard. Eddie was down there, kind of doing the announcing, and Aubrey coached Team Illinois. All I did was I GM'd that thing. They put the team together. We had a nice little squad going into it, and unfortunately, either prior things people had to do, or just quite frankly, they at the last minute they just ain't want to do it, and that's fine. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? They just decided not to do it, but we went into it. We had a nice team. We ended up still having a nice team, and it still worked out where they was able to. Second place ain't nothing to. Going from never winning
second place. That
ain't nothing to kind of turn your nose up at.
We ain't glance over that.
Yeah, we ain't gonna. Yeah, we definitely not gonna glance over that. So, it was a lot of video. It was a lot of pictures out there. Anthony and Grant, their entire team, they did a really good job.
Efficient, man.
They did a really good job. And Anthony told me the lady's name, and it's escaping me right now.
Short lady.
Yeah, the lady that helped us out with the keys. So shout out to her. Like, I forget what her name is off the top of my head, but she really did. When we got there on Friday night, we were at the Farmers Bank. It was called the Farmers Bank Arena or something like that. Where we was at, and they had food. They had a symposium of guests speaking to the players, and it was a young lady who was there, and she just kind of had everything organized. You know how I am about those, about black businesses and shit, but she was very well organized. She had the room key set up. She had everybody kind of like, sign off on what their room keys and stuff was. It was very efficiently ran. They put us up in the Sheraton, the Sheraton downtown. Real nice, very nice hotel.
Very nice.
They provided a van for us to transport the boys down to Indiana. So we had a 15 passenger van that we drove down. Myself, you, Mario, Sam, and about four or 5 of the players. Yeah. Shout out to Chris and Daquan. They came down on their own.
Yeah.
Daquan even had his own room. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, we had a room for him, and he decided Daquan was so locked in. And shout out to Daquan because he is dealing with some very traumatic tragedy. I know what that's like, losing a friend.
Yes,
I lost a really good friend of mine a few years ago. It's still kind of fucks with me a little bit. So, let me give a shout out to my guy Carell. But for Daquan to still be very adamant about coming, providing his own lodging. We had lodging for him. And he provided his own lodging. He wanted to stay closer to the gym so he could be locked in. And he came down there and did what Daquan does.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It was a good time. What's going on, Darren? Yeah, man, we wish we would have had Chris. We know
he was sharp on his prom, though.
Yeah, he definitely was sharp on that prom. He definitely was sharp on that prom. And we know Chris definitely would have gave us another dog out there, offensively and defensively. Everyone played well. I do want to point out one person in particular as it relates to the players. So most of the players are pretty well-known, kind of high major, if you will, whether or not they go into high major schools or not, but, kind of high major in their own right, particularly coming from the city. So shout out to all of them guys, but one in particular, I definitely want to give a little shout out to Malachi, man. Like, coming from Mally did his thing, man. He came from Rockford. Crazy. Well, so something about Mally. He comes from Rockford. A lot of those high schools, I'm told, that's further south or even further north, they don't sometimes feel like they get the respect they deserve from the city players. Any opportunity that they get to come out and kind of show that they can, hang with the big dogs, they take that. And since I've met Malachi and he came to the showcase in October,
right,
I've seen his name up and down my timeline throughout the entire basketball season.
Right.
Throughout the entire basketball season. And anytime that there was something going on in the city, and Rockford is about, an hour, maybe 2 away?
About an hour.
About an hour or so. Yeah. Anything that the city had going on that was big and Malachi got an invite to, he showed up.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Yeah.
And every time he showed up, he showed out. So yesterday in the Wisconsin game, and even in the Indiana game, Malachi really took on he provided that necessary spark off the bench, and even I think at one point in one of the games before Chris got there, he actually started. But whenever he was on the floor, his energy was infectious. Yeah. He had a play, and when you see the video that Rio puts out, you'll see us talking about it. It was an animated conversation, but Malachi had a play where he, I think he stole a ball. Right. I think we had made a shot. He stole a ball, right? He drove, missed the shot, got back on defense, stole a ball again. And I can't remember if we missed the shot or not. Scored. And we did score in that possession, but like he made like three plays all in one transitional situation going up and down the court. I mean, that's just a sample size of like what he was doing out there, and he just was a really really good kid, like real respectful, like very yeah. And even though his dad was there, his dad aside, when I talked to him, all the kids, all the kids. I don't want to just point him out for that respect. Like RJ comes from a great family. I'm saying Rashad and all of them. Obviously, Chris had his whole Chris had his whole family there. Chris' entire family was there, right? His uncle, shout out to his mom, Miss Angela. His grandma was there, some cousins, and they was rocking Chris gear.
The logo and
his logo and everything. DJ mom and dad came down. Yeah. And then all the guys was like just real respectful. Just conversations, that we were having was like, life related, just, kind of joking and very open, very transparent. Yeah. The kids it was good. I really enjoyed being around them dudes, man. It was real cool, man. And Nari on there. Shout out to Nari. Hey, what's up, Nari? I see you on there. We were just talking about that ass whooping y'all put on the female Illinois team. Like y'all put an ass whooping on them. Like just beat their asses. And I like seeing that, man. I like that y'all was.
Yeah, they got busy. By the first half, it was a wrap.
I think before the first half even ended.
Yeah, for sure.
It was definitely a wrap before the first half ended. Like them girls from Indiana ain't one of those. And here's the crazy thing. Them girls from Indiana, they had 2 or 3.
So it wasn't Indiana. It wasn't
Indiana?
In Michigan. That's what they played. So Indiana and Illinois versus Team Michigan and Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. I wanted it to be Indiana there.
No, Indiana was outside.
Wait, time out. So the team that Nari and them played wasn't Indiana?
No,
the girls?
Team Michigan and Wisconsin.
A combination?
It was girls from Indiana
on that team. Oh, so it was 3 teams, 3 states.
4 states, like I had it for us.
Right, but it was only 2 teams.
Exactly. So Indiana and Chicago, Illinois was on one team. Michigan,
okay. I got you. Well, shout out to the Illinois girls. That shout out to them. Bro. Shout out to them. But I got you. I got what you're saying now. Okay, so it was Indiana and Illinois on one team and Wisconsin and Michigan on another team. Exactly. All right. Got you. All right, so I misspoke on that. Regardless of all of that, they whooped their ass.
Bro, ridiculous.
Yo, they whooped their ass, bro. Like, I mean, there's no way of getting around that. They absolutely whooped their ass. Yeah. Like, we just go ahead and call a spade a spade.
By halftime, I told Danny, congratulations on the win.
Did you?
Yeah. Congratulations on the win. That's a wrap.
Yeah, shout out to Dana. She did. Yeah, she did a good job with them. Nah, man, it was just an overall great event. If it's one thing I would like to see, and I talked to Anthony yesterday. I would like to see next year keep the same symposium. And I think Grant and Anthony was talking about they might move the event to where it was at Friday, where we kind of scrimmaged that on Friday. Yeah. So I mean that's to be seen. I would like to see them do something where all of the teams have to interact with each other, other than the scrimmage. Mm-hmm. Like so. kind of pair them up, either allow, and you can't allow the kids to do it because everybody will be standing around like fucking goof troops and shit. So pair them up, like, pair up 1 or 2 players together from each state, and then give like a 10 or 15 minute window, and either have a set of questions or have them come up with some questions, and then they have to get up in front of everybody. And so basically it would be me and you, like, what you like, what's your favorite sport, what's your favorite this, what's your, and then now I got to get up in front of the crowd and say, this is Robert Harris, he's from Indiana, he's going to school at such and such, he likes this, and this. And like just kind of make that introduction. I would like to kind of see that as like some type of icebreaker or something like that. That would be kind of dope. Yeah. Get them a chance to kind of get to know each other outside of basketball, a little bit, just a little bit.
It was about the networking.
Yeah, it's definitely about the networking.
And they did network after the game. You saw a lot of that.
Oh yeah, I did.
Exchanging Instagrams and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be following each other now, so that was good to see.
And shout out to all of the videographers and photographers out there, particularly one of the guys we met out there. I'm looking at his page now. I don't know what his first name is, but his Instagram is ewilson27.
Oh yeah.
He did all of the headshots. He did the team photos. He took a real dope photo of me. Like, I'm gonna post that shit.
No, likewise. He took a real dope photo of me. Like, I didn't see that shit coming at all.
Yeah, he did. And it's a lot of footage that's coming out. So
it's dope too.
And it's dope footage. It's really dope footage. Really dope. So if y'all want to check that footage out, go to SVI Sportswear or Prep Ball All Stars. Yep. All right, if y'all want to see that footage and pictures and all that. So, ladies, if y'all looking for some of y'all pictures, I know particularly some of the videographers and photographers from Indiana that were there, they may not know y'all Instagrams. Mm-hmm. So, if you go to, I'm going to put it in the chat box. Let me go to my chat box here, pull that up, and I will put that in the chat box right now. So, you want to go to Prep Ball Stars. And for some reason, it's not tagging Ball Stars, or was it SVI Sportswear? Mm-hmm. SVI Sportswear. I think that's it. Yep. All right. Follow those pages. If you want to get find out when they're going to post, find out when they're going to put up some videos. You could either tag yourself in some of the videos and the photography that's coming up. It was a lot of good content that's coming out. And even Anthony and there was another young man, I didn't catch his name. They were doing post games interviews. The young man with the glasses. I didn't catch his name. I just saw that one of them just came on here. Oh, he's trying to be in the live. Let me see if I can get him in here. Who is this going to be? From somebody from SVI. Let me see who it's going to be. I'm going to accept it, see if it'll come up. But I don't know who the young man was that Anthony. Yeah, it's not coming up for some reason. All right, whatever. I want to get his name. I wish I knew what his name was. He did a good job doing the interviews and stuff. So, yeah, I just wanted to come on and give a quick recap, man, and just say thank you for this opportunity. And, I got a chance to network with some people too. Yeah,
it was a good networking situation.
Yeah, for everybody, it was a great networking situation.
For everybody,
for people to talk and mingle and exchange ideas. The one guy that was in there editing a lot of their videos that had the black vest on. My man with the dreadlocks. He was in there. He did a great job with a lot of the content. They had a athletic trainer on. Ready for if the kids got hurt. Thankfully, nobody did get hurt. They had security in there, little cop in there doing this thing. Got to see some good back. One shout out we missed. How can we miss this? Shout out to most of the referees, in particular Rod Juan. The world famous Instagram, referee Rob Juan, I think is his name. He was there refereeing the games, and his reputation definitely preceded him.
It does.
He was what you see on that Instagram was exactly how he is in real life. He was very knowledgeable. He took a nice little verbal barrage from the crowd when calls was missed. He ain't lose his composure. I saw him talking to the kids, explaining different things. He even kind of admitted some, I didn't see that call. That wasn't I thought referees were over calling their position. So like if Rob was on the baseline, a referee was on top, will call a call on the baseline. Or vice versa, right?
Yeah.
And so Rob, he didn't do that. He stuck with his zone, and he called the game how he saw fit, whether we agreed or not. And he was very mindful and very respectful of it. And once the game got out of hand, which unfortunately it did, as far as the score went, Rob still tried to keep a level of complacency and goodness in the game itself.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. Yeah, I'm already on that, Parm. I'm already on that. I definitely want to get some of them Indiana guys to the next Exposure Runs event for sure. I didn't know Rob was a Chicago guy. Okay.
Yeah, he used to live out here, then he moved to Indiana.
Got you. Well, I know when he was supposed to come on the show, he actually had to go to Philly. He said he had family in Philly too.
Okay.
So we definitely gonna try to get him out here on the show for sure. But no, it was a great event, man.
I had a great time, man.
Yeah.
Learned a lot as far as events of that caliber being thrown, like just seeing how efficient it was, man. It's the SVI team is on point, man. Like I was really impressed at how everything was, and how they had it, the merch table in the back,
Yep.
interviews immediately, the green room, the food, the venues was dope. You know what I'm saying? And they had laid it out for us. Like everything was cool. Everything was cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Oh, okay. Whoever is operating the SVI page, which is in the gym.
I'm seeing his stuff too.
I have seen him stuff. Not only have I seen his stuff before. I remember when they used to do stuff down at the what was that gym? SCI. They closed it down. They used to be with the guy. Is his name Felix? I think it was, because they went to one of their camps before. So shout out to him. He did a great job with that stuff. And there was even another event going on out in the parking lot area.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yo, the DJ was bumping out that.
DJ was on point.
DJ was definitely doing.
That was a vibe. That whole little break in between the games.
It was a vibe.
That was a vibe.
It was a vibe. It definitely was a vibe. Okay, yeah, in the gym hoops. I already follow him, so shout out to that guy. Yeah, it definitely was a vibe. It was a vegan food truck out there. Right, black-owned vegan food truck that had nothing to do with the event we were doing. Right. So one of our players who does not eat meat, right? Jashawn Stevenson don't eat meat. He made that crystal clear. So like Friday night, up until other than when we got to the hotel, because I think he did get something to eat.
Right.
He didn't eat the chicken or nothing that was provided, right? And so the next day, me remembering that when they had said that over the loudspeaker, like, hey, you got the vegan food truck. I'm like, oh shit, let me see if Jashawn wants something. So I text him like, yo, it's a vegan food truck out here. Do you want something? I'll treat you. No biggie. And so he like, yeah. So long story short, he comes out, we get something, we go over to the truck, and I explain like, yeah, one of my players, he don't eat meat. They are providing food in here, but he don't eat meat. Like, how much is it for him to, get something, right? My man goes, the event already paid for it. What y'all want? I'm like, what? He like, yeah, the event already paid for it. Paid for the food. So just tell me what y'all want. And so Jashawn was like, well, what y'all got? And so this is how this shit is funny. He gonna say, yeah, we got Phillies and we got nachos, which was a hell of a balance of. Yeah. And I'm like, that's how you in another city outside of Philadelphia, because in Philadelphia we don't call them shits Phillies.
That's how
steaks. No, it's just cheesesteaks. Just give me a cheesesteak. Okay. We don't have to name the city that it's from. We don't need to say, give me a Philly cheesesteak. It's just a cheesesteak. Just a cheesesteak. You don't have to add the state, the city on it. So I just thought that was kind of fucking funny. Jashawn fucked that joint up too.
So he was hungry. Huh?
Yeah, he was hungry. he fucked that joint up. Took a picture of that mother. It looked decent too. It looked decent. Now I'm going to assume that it was both, but I don't know. The Real 1-4, we have not yet expanded to doing college runs. However, my guy from Illinois Hoops, what is that? Illinois Hoops recruit, I think it is.
Yeah, on the 25th.
On the 25th. Hold on. Let me get his, because I always say somebody else's. Illinois Hoop Prospects. I'm going to see if I can DM you this guy's thing. Hold, give me a second here. The Real 1-4. All right, give me a second here. I'm going to go, while we're live on the air, I'm going to go to your page. I'm going to see if you're following me or if I'm following you.
That's very important.
He's following me. So
thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you for the follow. So I'm going to follow you back right now. And then I'm going to go to Illinois Hoops prospects. I'm going to copy the link.
Having a college run this summer too.
Oh, is he? All right, cool. Yeah. I cannot message you yet. Let me refresh the page and see if I can message you after I refresh. Since you were already following me, there it is. Refresh.
It's only right.
So I'm going to send you this message, sir. Go to his page. Boom. There it is in your DM, sir. No Diddy. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like just DM them random motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? But there you go, sir. Click on his page and get with him. His name is Reed. He's having a college run, and he's actually having a college run where we be having our runs at 167. What's up, Steph? And then our guy Steve Parham, who is the head coach of Percy Julian, as well as a prominent member of Prep Hoops. He said he is having a college run this summer, and I'm sure he's going to get with me so I can make sure I get that information out to all of the college guys. That's going to be a good thing. And Zay is home. Actually, I want to hurry up and get off this live so I can go meet him down and get some shots up. Yeah, he's over at Corlers getting some shots up. So
nice.
I'm excited to have my son home, man.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm excited to have my boy home. He just, no problem, big dog. Let me know if he doesn't or does respond, and if not, I'll make sure you get with Parham, so you can get in on that college run as well. But yeah, I'm excited to have my boy home, man. You know, he completed his first year of college, so he has already surpassed me in life as it relates to that. Just that, which is a good thing. So he completed his freshman year. Yeah. Really proud of him. You know, he got some work to do as it relates to kind of like, digging his way back, to that basketball player, why they recruited him, and we're gonna try to get him there before he go back to school. Yeah, we should. But from an academic standpoint, I thought he did well. Yeah. You know, he handled himself, and I'm just excited to have my family back, man. Like I was happy to see my boy. He pissed me off a little bit yesterday. But shout out to my guy Tyree and shout out to my brother Musa, who really kind of put things in perspective for me a little bit. You know, I was upset with him a little bit. I gave him specific instructions on something I wanted him to do. Yeah. He didn't do it. I knew he wasn't going to do it, right? I knew he wasn't going to do it. And it really kind of pissed me off a little bit, just from the standpoint of not communicating the change that I knew was going to be. Yeah. Like, I already knew he was going to not do what I told him.
But he didn't show up.
He didn't communicate that. And that's what I was pissed off about. Yeah. So my guy Tyree and my brother Musa really kind of helped put things in perspective for me as it relates to where Xavier is. Like, not that I didn't already know, but just kind of where he is, like, in life. You know, athlete, college, 19, his little girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? So just, it's a lot. His peers, like, he's, and then it's like, then you got, dad is like hounding me about some shit. It's like, come on, dog. I'm trying to get my shit off over here. I'm trying to, I got to impress so I'm like, all right, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to have him home, get him in the gym, get him around some good people, get some shots up. He's going to be traveling a little bit. Him and his guy, Nick, is going to go to Philly the week before we actually are going as a family. So I'm just excited to see like that movement of a young man.
Yeah, the next chapter.
He definitely in the next chapter. Yeah. He definitely at the next chapter. So I'm excited for that. So all of you fathers and mothers, well, happy belated Mother's Day.
Mother's Day.
But all of you fathers out there that have children in college, completing college, shout out to all of the college and high school graduates. Congratulations. But particularly for the fathers, man, like I want y'all to be very mindful of just watching y'all sons, develop, watching the people they're around, just seeing if some of the things that you've instilled in them are being, what's the word I'm looking for?
Executed.
That's a fucking great word. That's a fucking great word.
I only said that because me and my son was talking last night.
That's a great word.
And as we're talking about the conversation and dealing with real life stuff, and he's explaining stuff the way I would, I'm like, he gets it. He got
That's
it.
a great fucking word.
Outstanding.
That's a great word.
Boy.
And you know what?
God,
it's funny that you say that because there are conversations that Xavier and I have, whether individually me and him or with me, him and his mom, that I could tell he gets it too. And I could, even in his fuck up yesterday, I could tell he gets it. Yeah. And I could tell he gets it from the standpoint of like, bro, like I knew that, like, you came from my balls, cuz. Like, I know what you gonna do. I know what you want. Because I can't say that I wouldn't have played it that same way, but I didn't have the type of relationship with my dad that I know that you got with me.
Likewise. And that's what
pisses me off. It's like, nigga, just tell me the move you trying to bust. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want, like, Xavier has not yet figured out, you want one of us on your side.
Right.
You don't want me and your mom ganging up against you. You need an ally from one of us. Yeah. If we ganging up on you, you're going to lose. But if you got an ally in me or your mom in certain shit, then your maneuvering becomes easy. So in that situation, I was the ally you needed. Yeah. And the ally that you wanted. So you should have like told me to move because I already knew you was going. And proof of this is I told Celeste this the night before. This is what I told him to do. This is what I know he's going to do. And not only did he do it, he did it exactly how I said he was going to do it.
Interesting.
Nigga, I know what's up, bro.
Interesting.
Especially when it comes to these women. Like, I know what's up.
I was so proud of my son over the Mother's Day weekend because I came home. After dropping everybody off, my mother-in-law was at the house. So I'm talking to Shannon and my mother-in-law, and they're like, "Shane got flowers." I'm like, "Shane got flowers?" I go down and there are flowers. My mother calls me like, "Shane got me flowers." I'm like, "Shane got you flowers?" Then my wife like, "Yeah, he got us all flowers." I'm like, "I see you, my boy. You are paying attention."
Speaking of flowers,
paying attention.
you just triggered something. You just triggered something for us. So, first of all, Mario is a funny ass dude. So like, you remember we was teasing him about getting his mom a Mother's Day gift and shit, right?
Yeah.
So that morning, I think he texted me. He asked me, he just was kind of checking in, like, you good? Did you get a chance to get out to get the rest of the stuff you needed to get? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. And I told him like, I went and got because by the time he texted me, it was like 1:00.
Okay.
Right. And he was like, I'm about to go to the store to get my mom some flowers. And I'm like, you haven't gotten up, bro. I've been up since 7:00. I had to jump up to run to the store real quick. So I wanted to get the fresh boys. Yeah, for sure. I ain't want the picked over joints. I had to get the. So I said, I grabbed Celeste 2 dozen of roses. And he was like, 2. He goes, 2 dozen. Like, what did he say? Did you mess up that bad or did you die? I said, nah, nigga, like a dozen from me and a dozen from my kids. Like, wait, I felt like that was light work. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, but he was just like, that's a lot.
They learned it. The young man just learned it.
I'm like, bro, this is your mom. What is you doing, bro? So I hope Mario, if you still on here, dog, I hope you went out and got your mom some flowers, bro. I hope you got your behind up and got her some flowers. But all right, man. On that note, we gonna sign off, man. I just kind of want to just shout out Anthony and Grant and his entire team from SVI and Prep Ball Stars, like everybody that was involved in making that event happen, from the organizers to the cooks, to the coaches that was tasked with bringing the players, to the parents that allowed their players to come, to just the workers of both the gyms of Farmers Bank and Arsenal.
Shout out to the AD at Arsenal. He is hilarious.
Yeah.
Me and Aubrey was chopping it up with him after everything was over, but he's a hilarious dude, man. Shout out to the AD there, man.
Yo, what's going on, young fella? What's going on, Mason? Arsenal is a high school that Mike Epps went to.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a super huge school.
Yeah, super huge school.
Super.
Yeah, real big. And it's not too far from the Indianapolis downtown area, which is kind of small in itself anyway. But
it's a vibe.
It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. What's going on, young fella? How's school? I hope everything's good. Please tell your mom I say hello and the rest of your family. Good to see you. Stay out of trouble this summer. All of y'all that's home for the summer, man, like, make sure y'all get into the gym and just stay out the fucking way.
Stay locked in, man.
Please stay out the way, man. Like, please do not become a victim to Chi-Town. What is it called?
Summertown Chi.
Summertown Chi. Please don't become a victim to that. Like, get in the gym,
Stay locked in,
and just
man.
stay locked in, man.
Stay locked in.
Get to and you're not in high school no more. So all those little nut ass high school beefs and girl drama and niggas want this and they talking about you that, man. Stay away from all that nut ass shit, man.
Yeah.
Like stay away from all that nut ass shit.
Keep the main thing.
Keep the main thing the main thing. What's up, Kizo? Definitely got to get you up here, bro. For sure. Your story needs to be heard from those that don't know. I know you got your documentary on YouTube that you did, and everybody needs to know your story. So I would love to get you up here, big dog. One of the best legendary players out of the city of Chicago, hands down. Like when I moved here, as I was learning the culture, like his name just kept coming up. As a matter of fact, I know exactly who told me about him. It was Rashad. RJ's father was RJ's father was the one who told me about him. Right off the bat, right when we was kind of starting the little podcast. Like, yeah, you need to get Kizo up there.
We was trying to get him on.
Yep. So shout out to Rashad. Shout out to Kizo and his story. One of the best. I'm sure he could probably drop 30 on the motherfucker right now if he wanted to. So, all right, y'all. Like, we're going to go. I see Big Fred on here. Shout out to Fred. I know he got his boys out there hooping. Shout out to Dev Cleveland doing his thing. Definitely up there in the ESPN rankings most recently. And shout out to, them and his family and all of y'all that stayed on the live with us throughout. We appreciate we appreciate y'all support, man. Like real talk. Y'all don't realize how much the support means to us. But, we got a lot of big things coming up. Yes. And some guests coming up. And, we're going to do the thing.
Yeah,
we're gonna do the thing.
It's gonna be a fun summer.
Yeah, it's gonna be a real fun summer.
Yeah, we're starting off good.
We got to win for Illinois.
We said we was gonna do.
We actually said we was coming down there to win the game.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if we would have won the motherfucking whole thing?
Oh my God.
You wouldn't have been able to tell me shit.
Me? You wouldn't be able to tell me shit. Could nobody tell me nothing?
You wouldn't have been able to tell me shit. Damon, what's up, little cuss? Yeah, you knew how to tell me shit.
We won that one. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Big shit talking.
Yeah, big shit talking.
So y'all be ready for next year, man.
For sure. Hey, Big Fred, we trying to get you and your boys up here, man. Let us get that interview, big dog. Like, for real.
Yeah.
Let's get that interview.
So, all right, what up? I see you on here, Sonny.
Who?
That's my sister.
Oh, that's what that is right there.
Everybody love the sunshine.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Sonny. I see you. All right, y'all. We're gonna check y'all on. All right, Fred. I'm gonna hit you up, big dog. I got your number. I'm definitely gonna hit you up. We'll catch you guys on the next episode. And again, shout out to Prep Ball All-Star. Shout out to SVI. Shout out to Derek Ellison. Shout out to Tyree Booker. Shout out to Ziggy. Shout out to Zay. Shout out to Celeste. Shout out to Shannon. Shout out to Bo. And that's how you have. That's how we end it right there.
That's how you do that.
All right. We'll see y'all on the next one.